Just starting in 2 minutes. This one is connected. Let me check my mic. Now. Okay, my voice is clear.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Hope you all are good.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Okay, good morning. So, last class we talk about firewall, right? You understand what firewall does? Yes or no? Firewall is network layer. Which layer firewall work on? Which layer? Layer number 3 and 3 means
network layer
and 4 means
transport layer.
transport layer, right? You don't know, you don't remember the layers. How many layers? 7, right? Firewall works on layer number 3 and layer number 4. That means firewall understand the IP address and port and protocol. Yes or no? That's the reason firewall is network layer 3 and network layer 4. You understand that header contains network layer 3, network layer 4, network layer 2 information, right? Like MAC address, IP address, port number, protocols, right? So once packet hit to the firewall is layer number OSI layer number 3 and layer number 4. That means once the packet hit to the firewall will only check the header, will open up the header part of the packet. Firewall will not have visibility on the data packet, what is there inside the data packet, data part. Yes or no? Because firewall is only layer number 3, layer number 4 it works on, right? It does not know, it does not have visibility what data is being sent or requested or received. Yes or no? Because it comes on the data part. Get it, mind? So last class we understand what is DMZ zone. You understand, right? DMZ zone, we deploy the web server website, we host the website on which we assign the public IP, right? The server or the web application which has to be accessible from outside, we deploy those devices on the DMZ zone, demilitarized zone. Demilitarized zone means nobody can come. Military, right? Demilitarized means no military, less military, right? That's a demilitarized zone. Yes or no? Where outside people can also come and access those resources. Anyone? We call as demilitarized zone, DMZ. This is firewall. So we understand that Attackers are also very smart nowadays, right? 199.0.5.100. Attackers are also very intelligent, right? Now we understand that and let's mute your mic. Let's join a new mic. So I say so we understand that any packet comes in, right? It will hit to the firewall, and firewall will check whether IP address is legitimate or not, right? In case it is blacklisted, it will check on the ACL. So it will check on the ACL. On the ACL, yes or no? If entry is in the ACL, it will deny traffic. Entry is not there, it will allow the traffic, right? Nowadays, attackers are very intelligent, that we understand, right? They are always trying to find out new ways to penetrate the network to compromise the devices. So this time, let's say attacker has, what I was telling is, let's say, let's understand the functionality of any application, any web application, right? Let's say facebook.com. Facebook.com, let's say facebook.com is hosted somewhere here in this particular computer, right? Let's say the IP address is 99.0.2.50. This is the IP address, right? You understand, for any application, first of all, any application that you have to deploy, first of all, you will set up a server, either Linux server, Windows server, yes or no? And you will configure the IP address. So now you have to deploy facebook.com, right? Then you will deploy an application, facebook.com. Get it? Facebook application IP will, this server IP will become the Facebook. This is 99.0, okay? This is 99.0.22. So this server IP address will be called as Facebook IP address. Yes or no? Because Facebook is hosted on this particular computer only. Get your mind? So now you will deploy a web, you will deploy an application, right? Now application, Facebook application will be deployed, right? Now once you access https://facebook.com, after DNS recording, after creating a DNS record and everything, now Facebook will be available on https://facebook.com. Right? So now once you access facebook.com, you will get the Facebook page on your computer, right? So Facebook will have one backend database. Facebook will have a backend database. Get it? Once you access the facebook.com, once you click on profile, right, your request will go to the Facebook server. Then it will hit to the particular application based on the port number, right? IP address means it will hit to the server. Then you click, you have defined the port of 445, 443, 443. Facebook is hosted here on this particular port number. It will hit to the Facebook application, right? And then you click on profile, right? Now Facebook application will carry to the backend database. Yes or no? Let's say that backend database is SQL database. Get it? So it will run the SQL query. So whenever you are clicking on link and any query that you put, right? You're clicking on link like say facebook.com/home, facebook.com/profile, right? What happens is that query it will be the part of your data part, right? The query will be gone to the Facebook server, Facebook application, and application will query to the backend database, and it will convert your query to the SQL query, or the SQL server, the actual database, right? And it will query to the backend database to retrieve the data. Get it? So once you access anything, once you click on any link on the website, right, it actually request will go to the application, Facebook application, or any application that you have, and that application will query the backend database to retrieve the data. Get it? So this time, while you access facebook.com and click on my photos, right? So one connection will be generated. Yes or no? One connection will be generated. The header will contain the source information, destination information, from where the packet
The screen is not visible in full mode.
It should be visible, I believe.
Yes, I can see.
Sir, also voice is not coming clearly.
Voice should be clear.
So don't know.
We are getting your voice clear.
There seems to be some problem with the network, I guess. I am hearing clear.
Right. I forgot to, plug in the cable, like this cable, Ethernet cable, network cable. noise. Okay. I believe it should be clear now, right?
Yes.
It's clear right now because I forgot to plug in the Ethernet cable. So that's the reason might be in Wi-Fi there are some packet drops. So let's understand that, right? So once you access the facebook.com, right, or any any of the website, for example, right? So header will contain from where the packet has to go in source and destination information, while the data packet will contain actually the command that you are requesting. You are requesting facebook.com/profile, right? So data will actually, because you are not sending the data, you are requesting the data, right? Yes or no? You are requesting the data. So you are clicking on my photos, right? So photos are actually will be executed on the application to retrieve the data from the database, right? Those are actually the command now, SQL command to retrieve the data from the database. Yes or no? Relevant. So which will be gone to the application, and application will execute those query to those command to the database to retrieve the data and display to you. Relevant. So every website you'll have the backend database. Website, any data is not being stored on the application itself, but all your data is being stored on the backend database. Yes or no? So every application will have the backend database to store the data, right? Whenever you access and click on any link, it will actually convert in the form of queries, database queries, right? Which will come to the application, and application will execute those queries on the backend database. Relevant? Now attackers nowadays are very intelligent, as you understand, right? So attacker will now not use the IP address which is already blacklisted, right? Now attacker will start the connection with new IP address. Let's say this particular IP address which is not blacklisted anywhere, which is fresh IP address, right? So attacker motive is to delete the Facebook database, to modify it, or to dig down some critical information, to take down some take up some critical information. Get in mind? So attacker will start the connection with new IP address which is not blacklisted, right? So and on the data part, he has mentioned some malicious command. Get in mind? Some command to delete the database, to modify the database, or to encrypt or lock the database. Get in mind? So now the packet will hit to the router. Router will, as it is, will route the packet, right, based on the source and destination IP. Once the packet hit to the firewall, right? So firewall will open up the layer 3 and layer 4 information from where the packet has come, where the packet has to go, and which port. Get in mind? So as usual, this IP address is not accessed anywhere, right? It's a new IP. So firewall will check on the ACL. There is no entry, as well as port number written as 443 for Facebook, and 443 is allowed for everyone. Yes or no? To access the facebook.com unless IP is not blacklisted. Get in mind? So in the data packet, attacker mentions some malicious command, right? But your firewall is network layer number 3 and network layer number 4. It will not have visibility on the data packet. What command is being executed? Yes or no? What data is being requested, or what data is being transferred? Your firewall will not have visibility, right? In this case, attacker has run those malicious command. Your request will go to the Facebook applications, and the application will execute those malicious command to delete the database, resulting maybe database will get deleted, database will get encrypted, right? Or maybe possible that attacker may gain the access, unauthorized access to the entire database. Yes or no? In this case, you understand that even though we have the firewall, still you cannot ensure that your data is secure, your information is secure. So do you think that only with the firewall we can secure the network? No, right? There might be possible that IP address, because it will decide IP address and port number itself. In this case, port number 443 is allowed for everyone if IP is not blacklisted, not suspicious, right? An attacker may try to use the new IP address which is not blacklisted anywhere. In this case, we can say that even though we have the firewall, still you cannot say that you're secure. Firewall will give the one level of defense, right? But you cannot always ensure that just with the firewalls only our network is secure. There might be such scenarios where attacker may use new IP, and in this case, attacker may execute some malicious command. Get it fine? And resulting the database may be compromised. So in this case, firewall itself is not enough to secure our network, to secure our data. Yes or no? In this case, we need to introduce one more layer of security control. Some people are missing today. कुछ लोग missing है ना? थोड़ा कम strength लग रही है. So in this case, we'll need to introduce one more layer of security control, one more of security device that is called as, that particular device is called as, yesterday we talk about, right? बताया था कौन सा device है?
Web application firewall.
Web application firewall. Let's say you have this particular server here, not here. This is actually your DMG, your let's say this is your normal internal network. Okay, this is your internal network. Firewall is the web application, right? The web application will be hosted on the DMG zone, right? Yes or no? Firewall will, let's say you have some router here, and using the router, then after that you will have a switch, and you will have all the web server hosted here. Okay, all the web servers where you have a hosted website are hosted here. Okay, so web, the name itself suggests web application firewall. Web application firewall means security, which is secure, right? Firewall means there is a wall. Firewall for web application means the device which secure the web application we call as web application firewall. Yes or no? So web application firewall will secure the web application website. Web application means website which are hosted on the web, World Wide Web, right? The application which you can access through www, right? We call it web application. Your SIEM XPERT.com, your Amazon ERP website, right? Flipkart, all are web applications. Not fully fit today. एनर्जी नहीं है. So that is called as web application, right? That means you understand, right? Means web application firewall is only for web application security. Means we have to deploy the web where we have web applications. Means web application is not for the whole network, right? Only for securing the web applications. Correct? So we have the firewall here, right? So not for this network, not for internal network. We do not deploy the web application firewall to internal network all computers, right? We deploy the firewall where we have the web applications. Correct? We'll have firewall, then behind that we will have the web applications. Correct? So here we have the DMG zone. Here we have the application, right? So here we'll deploy the firewall here. So somewhere here I'll deploy the WAF. Yes or no? So right? So it's not mean that only WAF is enough. You should have the firewall also for defending the layer 3, layer 4 attack, right? Based on the IP address and port number protocol, your firewall will defend, right? And based on the application layer means layer 6, layer 7 of information, you will have the web application, right? So once packet hit to the firewall will check source IP, destination port and all and protocol. Based on that, it will allow the traffic because everything is new, not mentioned in the ACL, the part of the firewall. In that case, packet will hit to the firewall now, WAF now, right? WAF is layer 7. WAF works on the layer 7. That means it will have visibility on the data packet. Yes or no? What is being requested and what is being transferred as a part of data packet, your WAF will have the visibility. Any kind of malicious command, what kind of command you are trying to run, your firewall will evaluate those commands and will check those commands are legitimate or not. Again, your WAF will have the ACL. Yes or no? Access control list. So every security devices work based on the ACL, means based on the predefined information that is called a signature. Yes or no? Like firewall IP address, port number, those are signature actually. We call a signature. In broad word, we call a signature. It will be the part of ACL, right? Again, your WAF also will have the ACL. Get in mind? So from which company you have bought the WAF, right? So they will have the R&D team, research and development team, who will do the research, right? What kind of commands are the invalid, like malicious commands, right? And they will add the list of those data as a part of ACL. Get in mind? In case any suspicious activity found, where an attacker is trying to run some malicious command, in this case, firewall will block that traffic. Get in mind? Based on the data packet, what is being contained on the data part of the packet, right? If any command is malicious, your firewall will block the traffic, right? Sometimes you are observing, let's say, some of the data, let's say IRCT website, for example. I'm logging to IRCTC website. If two, three times I am failed to log in, means I'm entering wrong password, for example, wrong password, wrong username. So your WAF will have the policy in such a way that maybe 2-3 times people are failing. Maybe possible somebody trying to do the brute force. Maybe somebody is using some brute force software to log in, unauthorized login, right? Your firewall will sense that, because there are more than 3 times login failure as per the policy of the WAF, right? Because that is web application, right? Only for web application. So now web application will start giving the captcha. Captcha, you are saying, right? It's coming from web application. It will have so once firewall sense that user have mentioned wrong password or wrong user ID 3 times, maybe somebody is trying to gain the unauthorized access, right? Maybe robot means brute force software. In that case, your firewall will start giving captcha to ensure that any script or any person is not trying to log in with unauthorized credentials. So this will also come through web application firewall. Yes or no? So web application firewall is for securing the web application website. So it will connect with your vendor cloud, like WebSense. You will have Cisco web application firewall. You'll have Proofpoint. You'll have WebSense, which is very famous. It can be the hardware, it can be software, right? So it works on the layer number 7, means application layer of attack, right? So any kind of attack which are coming with respect to the website, right, on layer number 7, in this case, you have to deploy the WAF. Can you mind? Anybody have any confusion on this? Right? So that is called as WAF. So understand that for securing the web application, we can deploy only for web application, right? If we don't have web application, we need not required to have the WAF. That's the reason we have deployed the WAF here, not here, somewhere here. Okay? Because every traffic should not pass through the WAF. Only application traffic should come to the WAF. Okay? Funda is clear, right?
Hello,
so
sir.
now, yes.
Sir, web application firewall is a physical firewall or a cloud-based firewall?
That can be anything. You can go with the physical firewall, means hardware appliance also, and you can go with the software also.
Okay.
Majority of security devices you will see are coming with the hardware also and software also.
Okay. But organization will prefer physical firewall.
Physical, at least for main firewall, perimeter firewall, network layer firewall will be physical firewall, right? This firewall can be the virtual appliance, that means software, or can be hardware. It's up to you. Hardware will be always costly compared to software, but management will be easy for hardware because you will have direct support from the vendor.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. But the perimeter firewall will not read the data packet, but web application firewall will be reading the data packet.
Yes. That is the reason we have to deploy, because this particular firewall does not have access to the data part of the packet. In that case, it will not be able to filter any traffic based on the data part. Get it? Any traffic can be malicious and can be allowed by the firewall. In this case, we have to deploy the web application firewall. Get it? Understood by everybody? Right? So website means web application firewall. Get it? To secure the web application website, right? Majority of big companies which are having web application will deploy the web application firewall to secure their web applications. Get it? Now, let me draw it again. A little bit become messed up.
Sir, there is a
Uh-huh.
sir, Sir,
But
sir, there is a small confusion, sir. Sir, most of the firewall work on layer 3 and layer 4, layer 2 and layer 3, sir.
which
But
firewall?
sir, most of the firewall like works on principle of layer 3, layer 2 and layer 3.
No. It's layer 3 and layer 4.
Yes, sir, layer 3 and layer 4. But this particular firewall works on application layer, means on layer 7. Layer 7, sir. Is like
layer 7, sir.
this particular firewall works on layer 7.
WAF work on the layer 7. That's a
7.
application, right?
Yeah,
WAF application, right? So that works on the layer number 7.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay, yeah. So layer number 3, layer number 4, we call a network security firewall, right? Network security firewall. The firewall work on the layer number 3, layer number 4, we call a network security firewall. While the firewall which work on the layer number 7, we call as WAF, web application firewall. Get your mind? Okay, so let's say now you have, sorry, ये मैं यहाँ नहीं करना है चीज. For internal, it should be a straight line. We have router here, right? And you will have, maybe you will have switch here, and you'll have a couple of other computers, applications. And here you will have the application firewall. Here you will have firewall, network security firewall. This is firewall, right? Network security firewall, and this is WAF. Okay, here you have other computers here. Internal, your internal network. Now you understand any traffic coming in, right? Network layer 3, network layer 4 will be filtered about the firewall, and network layer 6, 7 will be filtered about the WAF, right? Now, let's say right, hackers are very intelligent, right? They will always try to find out new ways to penetrate the network, right? Let's say now attacker has sent an email. Attacker has sent an email which is having the malicious attachment. Attacker has sent an email which is having the malicious attachment. Like mail look like legitimate email. Email look, so you understand, right? Attacker will send the email. That means again it will be sent in the form of packets, right? Packets will have two parts, data and header. Right? I want to send, let's say, 500 MB of data, right? You understand, you guys know, right? All the data is not being sent at the same time. It will be broken down in the form of small packet. Yes or no? And packet size will depend on the end-to-end bandwidth. Means, let's say there is a website, for example. There is a website and this is your system. Somewhere through internet, both our systems are connected through internet. Yes or no? Now you turn to download, let's say Hollywood movie. Hollywood movie you want to download, right? So how fast the movie will get download, it depends on the full link speed. Means how much speed link that particular company has taken and how much speed you have taken. Yes or no? If this pipe is broad, means the packet size will be big. If either this pipe or your pipe is small, that means packet size will be small. Yes or no? If packet size is big means fast download. If packet size is small, it means if packet size is small means slower download, because it will create small packets. So your full movie of 500 MBs are not being downloaded at the same time. You see, right? It takes some time. Get it, man? Because one small packet will come, and it will receive all the packet, and at the end it will display, right? It will convert on the visible format and it will display to you. Yes or no? if you have ever used Windows XP or Vista, right? In Windows XP or Vista, if you used to download anything, right? It used to work like this. It used to show like this, like envelope kind of download. Yes or no? It will make two kind of envelope, and it used to download like right, like this kind. Remember? It used to one packet, second packet, third packet, fourth packet in previous system, right? So it was showing you the data that you are sending is coming in the form of small packets. Okay, it's not full data is not going in a single packet or a single sort. How much is the end-to-end link? Maybe your speed is very good. Your speed where you have high bandwidth, 300 Mbps speed, but from the server from which you are downloading, right? They have taken the connection of 100 Mbps. So even though your speed is good, still you'll download in slower speed, right? Sometimes you download some data which is very fast, and some website or somewhere you get the data slow, right? So it does not always depend on your internet speed. It depends on the internet speed bandwidth that other server team has taken. Get mind? Because the packet will be on the depend on the full bandwidth. Yes or no? From tank, I'm flowing a water, right? From tank itself, the pipe is this much of narrow, but you have this much of broad pipe, right? Still, the water will come like this only, narrow only, little water. Yes or no?
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yes.
It is also depend on that bandwidth pipe is also sharing by multiple user. That will also impact our downloading speed also.
So speed in the sense, if that particular server is distributing to many people, right? So this bandwidth will be so. This bandwidth, because it's not a dedicated bandwidth, right? Many people has login, many people downloading from here. So bandwidth will get divided. That means not 100% CMU, right? It will get divided. It not means that 100% Mbps this one, and this one you'll get the speed. If it is a dedicated server for you, then only you'll get 100%. Yes or no? Otherwise, this website many people are downloading, and same bandwidth is being divided by multiple people. I just wanted to show you to tell you how it works, right? So let's say now attacker are very smart, right? Intelligent. So attacker now is is trying to send an email to internal people which have the malicious attachment. Means we will have the malware attachment. He has crafted the email in such a way that email will look like legitimate.
What is the meaning of malicious and malware?
Malicious means suspicious. Malicious means suspicious, means which is not valid, right? Suspicious, which look like general definition suspicious. Suspicious means questionable. Okay.
और malware, sir?
Malware. आपने वीडियो नहीं देखा मेरा? आपको होमवर्क किया था ना शायद? हाँ? Same question पूछ रहे हो. What is malware? I have gone the homework, right? What is malware? Yes or no? Means you have not completed your homework. So malware is just means malicious software. Malicious ware means software. So malware stands for malicious software. Malicious software means it's not legitimate, right? Which have been created for for bad intention. Yes or no? That is called as malicious software, malware. So make sure you complete your homework on time. Okay. So what I'm saying is now attacker is sending an email which have been crafted in such a way that it's a legitimate email. Anyway, people will think that it's a legitimate email, right? Some people will think that it's a legitimate email, right? So now attacker is very intelligent, and attacker has used the new IP, fresh IP address, which is not not located anywhere. So now attacker has sent an email with malicious attachment. Attachment is actually malware. It was actually the malware file. It looks like Word file, but it actually malware file, right? Attacker has crafted an email saying that you have won the lottery of 5 lakhs rupees, right? To claim the lottery, download the form and fill the form and send it to us across. Get it? It's crafted in this email like that. So what will happen? The intention is whenever any user will receive the email and you won the lottery of 5 lakh rupees. This is now old. This is now the old way of doing that. But there are new ways, like you got the job offer, right? To join or to get to know more about the offer and check the offer letter or attached. Anyway, new ways. There are new ways attacker fine. Lotteries become the old now. Now people understand that people will not win the lottery without buying the lottery. Yes or no? It has become the old method now. But just for example, you'll get such email. Like last week we have got an email, and my email also, that your monthly health report order has been attached below. Monthly health report order something. Monthly health product order detail is attached below. It was an Excel kind of file. That called macro file. I thought I have not ordered anything. How come this report is coming monthly report? Yes or no? My official email ID. I understand, because I am from security. I understand that this mail can be malicious email, right? I just copied that attachment and I uploaded the virus total, and I came to know that this is highly malware. If I would have opened that email, that means the malware will get installed on my system. See, in order to install any software, you have to click. Yes or no? You have to double click that software to get it installed. Yes or no? Similarly, the malware which comes from the email, unless you are not taking an action, it will not infect your system. It will not get installed. Once you open it, click and open it, that time malware will get installed in your system, and you will not even come to know that malware has been installed. Once you open it, it may open it like Word file, Excel file, and you may not realize that malware has been installed in your system. And once malware gets installed, what happens? What happens? You watch my videos. I have homework or not? What is malware given homework or not given? Huh?
No, sir.
No, sir. This one you haven't given, sir.
Acha. So there's my video. What is malware and how malware installed your system, right? And what happens if malware install your system? What kind of action malware can take, right? So you watch my video. So you'll understand that. मेरा आज गला बहुत सूख रहा है, एनर्जी भी थोड़ा कम है. Okay, so you watch my video, very important, because that is frequently asked interview question. So how malware comes to your system, that I will explain, maybe through emails, maybe through web access, maybe through USB drive, right? And malware infect your system. What malware does? It can, it can create the backdoors. For example, I'm explaining you now in short, but I have explained you in detail what all things malware can do, right? It may create the backdoor. Once malware gets installed, it can create the backdoor in the sense it can give the control to attacker command and control. Means you install the malware, you are not aware, you thinking that you won the lottery, and to claim it, open the document, you open it, and you thought I nothing, or somebody may be a fool, and then you nothing you have done, right? You did not realize that malware has been installed in the system. Now malware has been scripted, programmed in such a way that once it gets installed, it will give the control to the attacker command center server, attacker command and control. Now you did not realize that attacker is controlling your machine. Means you log in, you did not realize that somebody else is also logging. Yes or no? So now once malware is installed, now once attacker get the control, attacker can do multiple things. This system got the malware, we call as bot, has become the bot. Bot means robot. Robot means automatic. Means you are not doing any activity, still activity happening, but that because attacker is controlling machine robotically, the surgeon, this malware is called a bot also. Bot means there is a bot in my system. Bot means somebody is controlling the machine. We call it bot. Yes or no? We call it bot. Malware has been installed. Now attacker is controlling the machine. They call it bot. Now once attacker get the control, attacker can do multiple things. Attacker can dig down this data which is there in the system, can steal some critical information. Yes or no? Attacker can steal the critical information, sensitive information which is there on the this particular system. Attacker can install further software that is called keylogger. Attacker can install keyloggers. Keyloggers means it will record your key action, whatever key you press, right? Let's say you access ICC net banking, you access your Facebook, facebook.com, yes or no? So attacker will record your user ID and password. So keylogger software has the capability, whatever you enter, right, it will create the screenshot and send it across to other person. That is called a keylogger, which will log the keys. So it can steal all your user ID and password. All the portal user ID and password can be stolen by the attacker if it install the keyloggers. One thing is keylogger, right? Another what else attacker can do? Attacker can attacker also can encrypt your data. Maybe this malware is kind of ransomware, which can lock all your file, encrypt all your file, and those files will not be able to open it. Maybe those are very critical files for you, and you will not be open it. Attacker will leave one HTML message saying that all the system files are got encrypted with ransomware, Warcry ransomware, Petty ransomware, Locky ransomware, various type of ransomware. I'll tell you in the later part about ransomware in detail. So, so in this case, system, in the system file get encrypted, right? And you will not be able to open it, right? An attacker will leave a message saying that your file has been encrypted. In order to decrypt those files to make it a readable format, pay this much in Bitcoin. Means attacker will lock your file and will demand for the ransom. That's what you call it ransomware. Money will demand for money. That's what you call it ransomware. You get a threat call, right? Somebody kidnapped your son, and he will call the ransom call. Similarly, this is called ransomware. It will lock your system and will ask for money. Fourth thing, it can install the crypto mining software, malware, crypto mining malware. Right? Crypto mining is called cryptocurrency calculation. There is a very complex calculation for cryptocurrency, right? If you can do the cryptocurrency calculation, you can earn money by doing the cryptocurrency calculation. Get what I mean? For cryptocurrency calculation, the software that we install are taking huge memory, huge CPU to calculate, right? So now attacker had delivered this malware not by intention, sometimes not for digging down your data, stealing your data, and encrypt your file, right? Attacker has actually installed the crypto mining software, and attacker now utilize your system to do the crypto mining, crypto calculation, and will earn the money. Get what I mean? Yes or no? So attacker now will be utilizing your system to earn money, and not a single system, right? There should be so many such infected systems that attacker at the same time will use to do the crypto mining. Get what I mean? So one of the case, infected malware, maybe attacker can install further the crypto mining software and do the crypto mining. Keylogger, I believe that it maybe both the options you will have, either encrypted or because generally legitimate person will not install keylogger. I have not seen any use case, right? So either it is encrypted or non-encrypted, does not matter, because it's attacker who want to log your keys data, right? So either encrypted or non-encrypted, I'm not sure about that. Anyways, attacker will install it, right? The malicious software, keylogger. So that's the one thing, right? Attacker can deploy the brute force software. Yes or no? You understand the brute force attack, right? Maybe this machine is inspected because of a bot. Attacker may plan to create the botnet. This is infected computer, right? Botnet is nothing but the network of infected computer, network of bot is called as botnet. Bot network. This is called as bot. Network of bot is called as botnet. Yes or no? Attacker you click on the email attachment, and that is malware has been installed. But may be possible that attacker may have sent to other people also, but they have not installed it, right? Now attacker will not have access to those systems, right? Now attacker gained access to this machine. Attacker will further deploy the software, brute force software. Anyway, that's the reason I have sent yesterday video of brute force. What is brute force attack? Brute force is nothing but the gaining the unauthorized access. Get it? So now if attacker will do it manually. Will take the remote access of this machine and will enter directly username and password. Maybe 2-3 times he will not get the access. Yes or no? Brute force software is software where you can put particular user ID and you can use huge number of combination of permutation of username and password. Means one password you keep, one username you put constant and you make right 1,000 of password within a short 1 minute. This brute force software has the capability within 1 minute it can try to log in 1,000 of times. Get your mind? Yes or no? So one password, let's say one username he made Sulabh, right? Now he'll target this machine with putting the password username Sulabh and will try multiple combination of password. This password, one other password, flood of logins with different combination of passwords, right? Maybe one password will work and resulting attacker will successfully gain the access and this computer will become the part of botnet. The botnet is nothing but the group or network of infected compromised computers. Yes or no? Once attacker gains access to this computer, this is called as a compromised computer, right? Now attacker has the gain access of this computer, we call as botnet. Okay? Botnet is the network of compromised computer or group of compromised computers. Yes or no? So if malware get installed, you can see, you understand now, right? What all things attacker can do. Yes or no? Now attacker will not stop here. Attacker will not be stopped here. Now, what is the motive of creating botnet? We understand that crypto mining, keyloggers, we understand the digging down your data, we understand the motive of attacker, right? But what is the motive of creating the botnet? What is the motive of compromising the group of computers, other computers? Using the botnet, attacker can use this botnet, means compromised computer, to attack some other companies. Maybe attacker can use DOS or DDoS attack, denial of services, may attack one of the web server, right? To make it unavailable, attacker may insert a flood of traffic from those computers, flood of connections, right? Attacker may install. So what happens is, once attacker infect those computers, attacker will have the control. Now attacker will may deploy further malicious software, further malwares. One of the malicious software can be the DOS software, DDoS software, right? Which has the capability to generate huge number of traffic. Yes or no? So this attacker will install the DDoS software here, right? And can target one of the company website with huge number of connections. Yes or no? Right? And you watch my video, what is DOS and DDoS in YouTube channel. There are two homework. One is what is malware and how, if your company is infected with malware, what action you have to take, right? That's very frequently asked interview question. And what is DOS and DDoS attack? How to mitigate it? End to end I have explained on the video, right? You have to watch it. Anyway, DOS and DDoS. So DOS or DDoS is being initiated with the intention of making particular web server unavailable, website unavailable for the legitimate user. I have explained you in a very good way with example also, right? So let's say Amazon wants that Flipkart should not be available, or Flipkart wants that Amazon should not be available for particular time, right? It can give money to attacker, right? Make sure that Diwali time 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, Amazon server should not be available, means sale is going on. If Amazon is not available, people will buy from Flipkart, right? That is called as denial of services. Denial of services means the end server website services will not be available. Deny. And website will deny to service the other customer, legitimate customer, right? That is called denial of services. So the intention of denial of services is to make the website unavailable for the legitimate user. Because of in this computer, attacker will send a flood of connections, right? And the resulting your web application will be overloaded with such false requests, right? And if new legitimate requests are coming to server will be busy, will not be able to allow connection. Yes or no? Get your mind? Yes or no? I have explained you in detail in my YouTube video what is DOS and DDoS, right? So you understand, right? Attacker can create botnet and can attack some other companies. Attacker never initiate attacks from his own computer. Get it? Attacker will always hide his entity and identity. Attacker will always use the compromised computers. Get it? Now you think that Ericsson is being targeted by the Accenture IPs. This computer is from Accenture, right? And attack is being entered from this computer to the Ericsson, right? Once we check on the Ericsson, oh, Accenture is targeting. Correction coming from attack is coming from Accenture. You understand Accenture will never initiate any kind of attack, right? That means Accenture, their cell has been compromised. Yes or no? That's why in cybersecurity, instead of curing, instead of doing the forensics from where the attacker is coming to, we will catch the attacker, raise the FIR and all. We do not do that. We believe on preventing. We believe on defensive security. Yes or no? We ensure that we'll protect our network in such a way so that attacker will not be able to enter. Yes or no? Instead of finding one attacker and raising the FIR and catching the attacker. It's a never-ending process because attacker do not use their own computer to initiate any kind of attack. Attacker use the compromised computer like yours computers. Now people logged in on this computer, right? And they never know that somebody is using their computer to attack some other computers. Yes or no? In crypto mining, like crypto mining software you install, you will see high CPU utilization, high memory utilization. Suddenly you will see, because crypto mining software use high memory, high CPU, right? So in that case, you will see suddenly your system will start using high memory, high CPU. Get it? So you go on the task manager and see what kind of every software that you run, right, will have some backend processes. So go on the task manager and see what processes are running. Some new process you will find for software process, right? You can go ahead and kill those processes. Get it? So you will see the task manager on a system. If you don't know, go and research about task manager. What is the use of task manager? That's very important, right? This is a general computer concept, task manager. So on that you can see what are the processes are running right now. You will see maybe some new processes which is eating your CPU, eating your memory, which can be the process of your crypto mining software. Suddenly, if you see a spike on your CPU and memory, it can be the crypto mining, or maybe some other software also, which are malicious. So we should not install any kind of software which are not coming from the legitimate source, verified source. Last month only, one of my friend has given one software. What's a bulk messaging software? He said that you can send a reminder for fees and for anything. For new batch also, you can send a reminder to your people because you cannot send. So one of my team member, I have asked her to install that software. Right? Once we are trying to install the software, our antivirus, that was Symantec antivirus, it was showing that it's a malware. It's a malware. My friend that here, I am using it since 1 year. I have not seen any problem. And I installed the software in my system also. My system antivirus also was saying that it's a malware. But he said that I'm using since long time, it's not a malware. I said maybe false positively, my antivirus showing. Sometimes will happen a false positive, something legitimate, but it's showing it's a suspicious. Yes or no? Sometimes because those antivirus are not a human, right? Based on signature, they will find out. So antivirus giving the prompt that this is a suspicious software, it's a Trojan. It's a Trojan, right? If you understand what is malware and what is the type of malware. Trojan, virus, worms, Trojan horse. I have explained you in detail. Okay. So it's a Trojan. Trojan means which install and create the backdoor. That is one type of malware that is called Trojan. Yes or no? There are many type of malwares, Trojan, viruses, ransomware, your keyloggers, those other type of malwares. One malware type called Trojan, which will install and create the backdoor. Get it? So that antivirus suggesting me it's a Trojan. But my friend said it's not a Trojan, it's a legitimate. I'm using since 1 year. And it was free actually, right? He said he got the key, it's a free. So I thought like he's saying that he install, I'll install it. I install it and I have whitelisted on antivirus. I had whitelisted that software in the antivirus so that antivirus will not prompt it again. Next day, I came for the training. I opened my laptop. I was not able to launch the meeting. And when I see, high memory, high CPU utilization in my system. And my full system was getting hang. And when Zoom, I started Zoom was also not launching. Launch it again, getting hang and everything. I was thinking that because I was not launching any other application except Zoom during the meeting, right? It was getting hang. I said something maybe with related Zoom only, some problem in Zoom. I forgot that yesterday I installed some software which is actually Trojan it was saying. I forgot that. Today that day class did not happen. Next day I came, next day again same issue. Then I see what is the process running on. I said that software process running and eating high memory, high CPU. And I said this is the one which is taking high memory and CPU. Then I uploaded that software to VirusTotal. VirusTotal is the freeware tool. Well, called VirusTotal. VirusTotal. VirusTotal is the web application, free web application tool, which have the signature of 50 plus antivirus engine. You may have only Symantec or any particular antivirus installed in your system, right? So you have signature of only Symantec antivirus on your system. Get in mind? Because you have installed Symantec antivirus, right? While VirusTotal is having 55 plus antivirus engine, means signature from 50 plus antivirus engine. Get in mind? So if you think that you got an email, right, and which has the attachment, you want to verify whether it is suspicious or not, right? You can copy that particular. You can just copy and paste. Do not open it from mail. You can just copy and paste that attachment on your desktop, and go on the virustotal.com, right, and upload that file on VirusTotal. So VirusTotal will scan particular file with more than 55 antivirus engine, right? But in malicious, you will see which all antivirus has captured malicious, right? Once I uploaded that file in VirusTotal, I got around 20 plus antivirus signature Trojan. Yeah, I mean, finally, I got it as a Trojan. I uninstalled it, and my system started working fine. The Trojan means attacker will create the backdoor to your system. Yes or no? It was a Trojan. I also uninstalled by trusting him that he is saying that a long time he was installing, but it was actually a Trojan software. Something you get free, right? Something you're free. That's why many people get installed for free. But it can be the malicious software. If you're not earning anything but by giving the software to you, he may earn in some other way. Remind. So now you understand the criticality of particular email. If particular email coming in allowed by your network devices, you understand if you open that email, what will happen? It's not your personal computer. Yes or no? It's a company computer. Yes or no? This computer got connected means your attacker is already came inside your company. Attacker may create the botnet, can compromise other computer, can dig down sensitive critical information of the company. Yes or no? So how it will work? Since we understand that attacker has used new IP, right, and send the email with new IP, then it will hit to the source IP will be this IP, and destination IP will be other IP where it is sending your company IP, right? And destination port should be in email. What is the destination port? For sending the email, what is the port?
25.
25, right? Now, once traffic hit to the firewall will open up the header part. Header means what is source IP? This IP. Destination will be the company IP, and destination port will be the 25. And as per the firewall rule, 25 port number is allowed for everyone. Means if IP is not legitimate and IP is not suspicious, everyone from outside can send an email. Yes or no? And IP was new IP. Attacker has used the new IP, which was not blacklisted. And resulting, the firewall does not have access to the packet, right? In that case, data, what is there on the data packet, right? It does not have visibility. What is the attachment? What is the content? Like it does not have visibility. In that case, firewall will allow the connection, will allow the packet, and resulting the mail will be successfully delivered to the mail will be successfully delivered to the end user, and user may open up that email and resulting you understand what can happen. Yes or no? In this case, so because WAF is only firewall here. Firewall failed to detect. Firewall has failed to detect such malicious email. Yes or no? Because firewall will work on based on the IP address and port number, where IP was new and port number 25 was allowed for everyone. While WAF is only for web application security, not for email security, right? So WAF will not come in the picture in this case. Yes or no? While firewall is failed to detect it. So do you think that firewall itself is enough to detect such kind of connections? Means even you have firewall, you have WAF, still your network is not secure. Yes or no? In this case, we need one more layer of security control. Yes or no? In this case, we need one more layer of security control and one more layer of security device that is called as email gateway or email security appliance. This device is called as email gateway or email security appliance. Email gateway or email security appliance. Appliance. Okay, fine. So email security approach, let's say maybe so see main gateway is on firewall, right? Every other device will be behind the firewall, internal to your network, right? Behind the firewall, right? Let's say email gateway you have deployed somewhere here. This one email gateway. There are various vendor which are providing the email gateway, right? It can be the physical or virtual device. Some of the various vendor, some of the famous vendors are like Cisco Iron Port. Cisco Iron Port. Very famous. One is maybe Cisco Iron Port, another maybe a proof point. Proof point. Cisco Iron Port or proof point. Okay.
Could you please explain again the email gateway or email security appliances?
What?
Sir, could you please explain again the email gateway or email security appliances?
Yes,
What
yes.
is the
I have not given in-depth knowledge. Now I'll be giving in-depth knowledge.
Okay.
Like today I'm not very well. I have some cold, and
Okay.
that's the reason I'm taking a break in between, because I don't have that energy in my
Yeah, sure.
issues. So what happens is now email gateway, right? So email gateway you'll have inside only perimeter, you'll have the firewall, right? So any traffic, email gateway will not intercept all the traffic, right? Any traffic which is coming in and going on port number 25 means the email, right? Only email traffic it will regulate. Any emails coming in, going out, it will go through the email gateway. Get it fine? Yes or no? Not all traffic. While firewall, any traffic coming in, any port number, any IP, right? It will intercept all the traffic. Web, only web traffic. Yes or no? While email gateway only email traffic which are coming in or going out on port number 25 will be intercepted by the email gateway. Otherwise, all other traffic will be bypassed by the email gateway, which are coming on other port number other than 25. You understand? For email, 25 is the fixed port number. In public network sending email, 25 port number is fixed.
So, sir, this falls under which layer, sir?
What?
Email gateway comes under which layer?
It comes under same only network layer, and on the this one. Also, it will have the layer number 7 also. It will have the data visibility also. What is actually the attachment, right? So it will be 3, 4 as well as 7. Get it? But it works on a different way. It's not same as like WAF. It will work on a different way. So now email gateway, you have various vendors like Cisco and Proofpoint and some other vendor, but these are very famous, right? So what happens is, let's say you have deployed the email gateway, right? So now let's say you bought the email gateway from Cisco, right? Cisco Iron Port is the product name, Iron Port email gateway, right? So once you buy this and deploy this email gateway, right? This email gateway will connect with Cisco Cloud, right? And again, this email gateway will have the ACL, right? ACL stands for access control list, right? It will have the ACL. So again, it will have two types of ACL. ACL will have the two parts. One is dynamic and one is static, right? What will be there on the dynamic list, right? And what will be updated on this ACL for email gateway, right? So since this email you bought from Cisco, the Cisco team, R&D team will do the research. What are the email IDs? What are the email IDs or domain are involved in sending the spam email, phishing emails, right? Malicious malware emails. They will collect the list of those email ID and those domains. Right? And will create the category information, and we will add those email, let's say phishing category. So they will add those email list of email ID domain under phishing category. Spam category. They will add those email under spam category. Malware category. They will send those emails under those email ID and domain under the malware category. Get it? So they will create these different categories and will add all those email ID on domain on those categories. Yes or no? So any emails coming in, they will check whether email ID or domain belongs to this particular these IDs, this category. If email ID belongs to this category, the email gateway will quarantine those emails, will block those emails. Will not allow to get delivered. Yes or no? As well as email gateway also having the inbuilt antivirus engine. At least 2 antivirus engine every email gateway will be having. That is called network antivirus. Means if email had an attachment, right? If email has an attachment, so email gateway will scan those attachments from the antivirus. Even though sometimes email ID or domain is not suspicious, but may be possible that attachment is malware, attachment is phishing, so something malicious, right? In that case also, maybe email will get blocked. Sometimes what happens is, sometimes email will get delivered, but attachment has been blocked by the email gateway. Sometimes if email ID is not suspicious, right? Attachment is suspicious. Sometimes email gateway will drop that attachment here and will send the email without an attachment. Sometimes you're working already on corporate. Sometimes you must have seen that you got an email, but there is no attachment because attachment maybe was suspicious. Antivirus has blocked it, and resulting you have not received the attachment.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
I have a question. If spam mails are suspicious mails or what? Because sometimes we saw the mail came from legitimate website or user. We found it in spam folder, no, in Gmail.
So what are you asking?
No. all spam mails are suspicious mails or what?
See, let me tell you, spam emails means what we call spam category means marketing emails, unnecessary email that you are not expecting. Somebody sending bulk email, marketing emails, right? Those category of email we call as spam email. Somebody is spamming you, buzzing you. Yes or no? You are not intended to receive it here. You have not applied anywhere, and you can knock a job posting. You not apply here. Somebody is sending bad. They're all doing the marketing, right? Those kind of emails called as spam emails. Malware category, the email which have an attachment, right? It can be malicious attachment, malicious software, right? Maybe virus, Trojan, yes, ransomware. Those kind of category of the email we call as malware category. Phishing category, an email which have certain attachment or certain URL. Let's say you got an email saying that last month what happens is one of my employee has joined. She has joined recently, around 10 days back, 2 months back. 10 days back, she has joined my company. So she got an email. She got an email from my mail ID, Sulabh Misra. Email ID was different, but name was Sulabh Misra. Sulabh Misra, SIEM XPERT, something like that. Some spelling was missing, different spelling. She got an email saying that her name was Sanjana. Her name is Sanjana. So she got an email saying that Sanjana, can you do one thing? I am busy today. Can you transfer 10,000 rupees to this particular account? I am busy today. You don't worry, I'll reimburse it tomorrow. 10,000, 15,000. I'll reimburse it tomorrow. Please, can you please send it ASAP on this particular account? Her email ID, SIEM XPERT email ID, from my email ID. My email ID was not SIEM XPERT. But generally, you see, right? Generally, if you don't dig down your email ID, generally it will show only name. You have to click it, then I will show the email ID. Yes or no? So she was thinking that I have sent an email ID. I have sent an email. So she was like little shy to ask me, sir, have you sent an email to me to transfer this? So she called me finally. I just called her for some discussion. She told me, sir, I will do it by night, what you said today. I asked her what I said. She said, like, you asked me to transfer 15,000. I said, what email I said? I don't know. I have never asked you. Even though you joined newly, right? I have not paid you a single salary as of now. How can I ask you to transfer 15,000? I asked her to send me an email, forward that email. I found that email literally. Somebody has sent an email saying that account transfer 15,000 ASAP. I'll return you tomorrow. This kind of email is called as phishing email. This is the phishing email, right? This is an example of phishing email. Your name is Prasant. Your name is Prasant, right? Prasant had got an email. He was talking to Sinchar. He got an email saying that Prasant, your network ID is going to be disabled. Password will get disabled today. You change your password right away. Otherwise, your network access will be disabled. Change within 30 minutes or within 5 minutes. And who has sent? IT administrator. You got an email from IT administrator that Prasant, your network access is going to expire. Please change your password right away using the below link. He got surprised. Oh, my network access is going to expire. Let me change it right away. He clicked on that link. Link open on the browser, and it was there like enter your current username and current password and new password. Right. Once he submitted his user ID, current password, and both his marks, right? Submitted. That means attacker has gone his data. Yes or no? So that is called as phishing, right? I got a phishing message yesterday. This kind of message. See, I got this kind of message. Dear SBI customer, your SBI YONO account has been suspended today. Please update your PAN card number and click here in this below link. YONO account has been suspended, right? Today, please update your PAN card number and click it. Once I click on this link, it is not asking only PAN card number. That link has been removed from the internet now. So it was not asking only PAN. It was an account number. And then to confirm is one OTP will be generated. put the OTP, everything it was asking, every detail, what is required to transfer the fund. Get in mind? So people who does not understand, everybody has mobile, everybody has digital media, who does not understand, they may do it, end up doing it. And that is called as phishing. So phishing email. So here we are talking about the email. This is a phishing. This is called a phishing category. Get in mind? So somebody will give the job offer that you got we have offering you job. You finally you got a job. To join it, you have to send some token amount of 5,000. This is again a phishing. One of my cousin brother has called me last week. One of the cousin brother has called me last week. He was saying that here I won the car. I got a ticket. I got a lottery. Actually, I asked how you got. He said supposed through courier. Through courier he got the lottery. And lottery was like, first prize this one, second prize this one, third prize this one, and this is the scratch card. They win a scratch card. And once you open a scratch card, he won the first prize. Get it? It was some phishing. Now you can see the limit of attacker at the criminals, right? So of course, one scratch card was there. Once he scratched, he won the first prize. He called me that it was written, once you scratch it, if you win any kind of prize, call on this number. Once he called on this number, he was saying that you won the car, but in order to deliver, we are calling from Bangalore. In order to deliver your car, we need around 10,000 rupees to pay to the driver. Get it? So just phishing, right? 10,000 rupees just to get 10,000 rupees. They're sending out randomly to any people. He was staying in village, right? Sometimes people will think that I won the car 10,000 rupees. Let me give them 10,000 rupees, right? That is how people are. So this guy again a phishing. This is again a phishing attempt, right? But not email phishing, but some other mediums, physical mediums. So attackers now, everybody is using all those ways now. Sometimes you got a call, right? I'm calling from SBI. SBI, lot of fraud is happening on SBI. You don't know why government is not making the tight security. Every cyber criminals now are targeting SBI. I'm calling from SBI credit card. You have a rewards point for 5,000 rewards point to claim this. You give this detail, or your card will be blocked. When your card will be blocked, to enable the card, give all the details, right? Those kind of calls. Those are all are phishing calls. Right? So that is called as phishing category. So when we get No. Phishing is not for influence Trojan. Trojan comes under malware category. Phishing is to gather some critical information from the end user, some proprietary information, critical information, or to end up some taking money or something like that, right? That comes under phishing category. Phishing will not install any Trojan or software. Trojan comes under the malware category emails. Phishing means maybe somebody make you a fool and will grab some critical information. That kind of emails comes under the phishing category. Another category is spoofed email, spoofing category. In spoofing category, SIEMXPERT.com, right? My email ID is sulabh.misra@SIEMXPERT.com. Somebody else will send using my email ID, right? That is called as spoofed category. So email gateway will have the spoofed category also, and spoofing category email will not be allowed to use the email gateway. Spoofing category means same email you will get from sulabh.misra. I can send right away. I can. Anybody working here? Anybody working here? Which company? Your name is Raghavendra. Raghavendra, same email ID. I can right away send an email. Raghavendra@firstthought.com. Right away I can send an email using his email ID. Get it? There are your way, and that kind of email called spoofed email. To avoid the spoof email, we create a record on our DNS called as SPF record, Sender Policy Framework, right? So SPF record will be attached with your domain name, SIEMXPERT. So whenever I send an email using SIEMXPERT.com, my SPF record will also go. Right? So once email gateway will receive the email from SIEMXPERT.com, it will check. It will have already a SIEMXPERT SPF record, it will check whether the incoming email SPF is matching with SIEMXpert.com SPF or not. Get it? Is SPF matching? It will understand, okay, the legitimate email came from SIEMXpert.com only. If email comes sulabh.misra@SIEMXpert.com, but SPF is not matching with SIEMXpert.com, that means it's a spoofed email. Means somebody else has sent an email using the domain SIEMXpert.com. That category of email called spoof category, spoofed email. To dig down this, what is phishing, what is malware emails, what is spoof email, this is a homework. So what happens is the email gateway will have such kind of categories here in the email gateway, right? And R&D team, cloud team of Cisco will be doing the R&D and checking what all the email ID are used for those kind of activities, and will be updating those category information on the email gateway. So any email coming in, right, or going out, if it is matching to those category, email gateway will quarantine, will block those emails. Yes or no? As well as email gateway also have the antivirus engine, as I said. Right? Attachment also will be scanned for any kind of malware, if it is belongs to any kind of malware or viruses. Get it? That is called as email gateway, right? So what happens is email gateway does not only secure your network from email gateway for inbound email, from inbound emails, it also secure your network from outbound. Means email gateway does not secure from outside threat only. It does not mean that attacker will always come from outside to inside. There are internal threats also. Yes or no? Very possible that you will not get an attack, malware email outside or phishing email, which will end up digging down some critical information. There might be possible that your internal user can also send some critical information outside. That is again a compromise. Yes or no? That is also an attack. Threat, right? As per the various surveys, 70% of the attack or compromise are happening by the internal threats or with the help of internal threat, intentionally or unintentionally. Yes or no? Intentionally or unintentionally. Sometimes you will end up sending some critical information outside, but you do not aware that that's why very critical and other person can misuse it. That is unintentionally. Sometimes intentionally. Maybe some competitor has given you money to send those information outside to competitor. So let's say you're working on development team, right? Your company is creating some very good application. Yes or no? You are working on the code level, right? Some other company reach out to you through LinkedIn or somehow they come to know that you're working on this particular project, right? And they ask you to send that code and will pay you this much, this 50 lakhs, right? And you end up sending this information to the competitor, and competitor has launched that application before your company has launched. Yes or no? Huge loss. So that is called internal threat. So email gateway also secure networks from not only from external threat but also from internal threat. So we can regulate using the email gateway. We can regulate what kind of email can be sent outside, which all user can send an email outside. We can create the policy here. Certain user which are not business user should be only sending email out internally, should not be able to send email outside. This policy we can create, right? We can create the policy to any user inside, because we know the business to business communication is happening, right? Means company to company email communication. If any user is sending an email to the personal email ID such as Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo, that email should be quarantined by the gateway. If any email having certain attachment, certain kind of attachment like .msi file, .exe file, maybe some program file, right? That should be quarantined, that should be blocked by the email gateway. Any email having certain attachment or certain text contains, right? Any attachment having any email ID having this particular subject line, based on subject line, based on attachment type, based on the email ID, based on the content, the various ways of blocking those emails here. We have various policies. So we can regulate which all user can send what kind of emails outside. If anyone is sending an email to the Gmail ID, so business communication is happening on business email ID only, right? Not on the Gmail, public email ID, Gmail or Hotmail. May be possible that some user is sending some critical information to his personal email ID or some other email, some other user email ID with the company proprietary information. In that case, those kind of emails should be blocked, should be quarantined by the email gateway. You understand quarantine, right? Quarantine word now after the COVID, everybody knows quarantine. Quarantine means it will be blocked here, isolate, right? And after will have a certain validity. It will be here for certain time. After that, it will be deleted automatically. So you understand how email gateway works, right? Category information through ACL, as well as we can also on the dynamic ACL, static ACL, we can also make the policies based on our requirement on the static ACL, right? Now you understand, right? Securing means securing the company does not mean that losing the business. It should not happen that you are winning the war, king is winning the war, but most of the people are died. Yes or no? So along with securing our company, we also have to ensure that business should keep running. It's not happen that business related means are being blocked. Any emails business related, but first will be blocking by the email gateway. Or internal users are doing some business communication, even on your Gmail or having certain attachment to the business related, email gateway is blocking those. It's not happen. Yes or no? But in this case, it may happen. About that particular region will have dedicated security analysts. Dedicated security analysts will be monitoring this email gateway 24/7 and will check what kind of email has been quarantined. They will review, open the email and review whether it's legitimate or not. If it is legitimate, they will release those emails. If it is not legitimate, if it seems suspicious, they may, if it is coming from outside, they may delete it, right? If it is coming from inside to outside, they may send an email or they may contact the end user saying that we have seen that you are sending this particular email to this particular email ID. Please let us know what is the business justification. Why are you sending this email outside? But maybe we may not be aware what justification he is giving. We will not be aware of that, whether it's right or not. We will mark his manager also, because his manager knows it better. His manager is fine, it's legitimate, we are fine with that. Yes or no? We can mark his manager saying that, hi Prashant, we have seen that you have sent particular email ID, particular email, this particular email. We can attach, we can download that particular email from email gateway to our mailbox, and we can attach another email and say to Prashant, we have seen that this particular email attached email you have sent to this particular email ID, and we have seen this particular attachment. Let us know what is the business justification. Or you have sent a similar to your personal email ID. What is the business justification? You already marked his manager. His manager will look at it. If he what justification he has given, manager does not show any concern, we are fine with that. Or what justification he is giving, if it is not valid, right? Then it's a violation of policy. Yes or no? As per the company policies, all company electronics media and all electronics asset or company assets should be used only for company work perspective, right? Not for personal things. Yes or no? So it can be the violation of policies. As per the company policies, you should not send any sensitive proprietary information to anyone. Yes or no? If you are sending those, that means it's a violation of company policies, right? Then we can give the policy violation to the person. This company working policy violation number 1, number 2, again same kind of repetition, number 2, and third will be directly termination, right? And always not 1, 2. It may be given third directly if it is high severity incident, high severity security threat. Can be given policy number 3rd directly. So in this way, we can ensure that we can regulate what kind of data people can send outside. Yes or no? Let me give an example. Initially, once I started my career, I was working with one of the company. Its name was Altisource. It was one of the company which are having banking client, very critical client. The company which are having the banking client, that means their data is very critical. Yes or no? So, but applying this kind of security policy, you have to ensure that users should not have Gmail access. Otherwise, people will not send the data using your company email. They will send through Gmail only, and that traffic will not go to their email gateway. Only company mail communication will go through this email gateway, right? Not Gmail communication. If you already have web access, like Gmail access, Hotmail access, you will, and that cannot be tracked. Yes or no? Or you can upload some critical data to Google Drive. transfer to pcloud.com or through box.com like that, right? So we have to ensure that you do not have any security holes. Yes or no? Security holes you should not be having. You should have a very tight security. Users should not have the USB access. Otherwise, they will take it to pen drive. Yes or no? So all those kind of access has to be regulated before you apply certain policy. Otherwise, you are thinking that you are securing your network email, but certain people have the Gmail access, right? Then they will not use it. While they will use company email, they will upload the data using Gmail only or using Google Drive only. So you have to pass those kind of before you are applying such kind of policies. Yes or no? Otherwise, there is no use. So in this case, we can regulate. So one of the company I was working for, right? So it was product-based company. So we were not only working on the SIEM. In product-based company, once you go right, they will not have different team. They will have one security team who will be working on the firewall also, your email gateway also, your proxy also, or your firewall also, your SIEM also, right? One team will be working. So since the company was product-based company, so we used to work on all the tools, right? So let's say we have 10 people. Sorry. We have 10 people in the shift, right? So we'll divide our work. Okay, today you're working the SIEM. Okay, today you'll be working on the proxy. Today you'll be working on the email gateway. Today you'll be working on the SIEM. This kind of work needs to distribute. One day I was working on the email gateway. I have been assigned to work on the email gateway. I was monitoring the email gateway. So monitoring means you don't have to open each and every email because you will have already experience. You're doing a daily basis. By looking at the email only, you sometimes will understand it's legitimate. And sometimes you'll understand it may not be legitimate. You may have to open that email and you have to do the detailed investigation. But there are many emails which get stuck here, but not all email you have to investigate. Sometimes by checking the source email ID, destination email ID also, you understand it's a business letter and you will delete it, right? Sometimes you'll have to dig down. I have seen one of the email quarantine on the email gateway, and from inside to outside was going, and inside email ID was one of the senior manager, one of the department. He was senior manager. Will have access to check data that email belongs to which user, right? Which department, what is the designation, everything we can check with some tool like AD and all. So when I checked, he was email manager. He sent an email to his personal email ID. Let's say his name was Sulabh Misra@partysource.com, and his personal email ID was also Sulabh Misra@gmail.com. I understood that his email ID only. He sent an attachment. Attachment was the zip file, and name was project data. Attachment name was project data. I realized maybe it's kind of company data he is sending outside. But since it was password protected, I was not able to open it. Even if I am able to open it, sometimes I may not understand because I'm not business user, right? I'm technical. I may not be understand what kind of department it is or what kind of data it is sending, right? It seems something fishy to me, right? And resulting, what I have done is I have sent an email to him. I downloaded that email. I sent an email and marking his manager. His manager was vice president. I marked him and sent an email that hello Prakash, we have seen that you have seen this particular email to your personal email ID having this particular attachment. Let us know what is the business justification. Why you're sending this data to your personal email ID? There is some personal incident happened to my home. So half time only I left office. And I was in Mumbai. I was in local train. After half an hour, I was in local train. I got a call from my manager. He said, like, Sulabh, have you sent an email to anybody? Email related email? I said, yes, lastly, I have sent this particular email, this particular incident. Then I have sent proposal investigation. He said that particular user has been terminated from the company. Has been terminated from the company. I said, what happens? What happened? He explained me that we got a call from HR director. And he asked us to disable all his network access right away. All access to his network, all computer access, all whatever access he has, it has to be disabled right away. And he has been fired from the company. I asked what was the data it was and how they come to know. He said once you send an email to him, he was sitting on one of the floor and his manager also sitting on the same floor. His manager asked him to come to his cabin and ask password of the particular folder. And his manager realized that, vice president, he realized that the data was very critical, very sensitive data. That should not go out of the company. With bad intention, he has sent an email, the data to his personal email with bad intention, right? And immediately he called to HR director. He was vice president, right? He'll not reach to normal HRs. He directly called to HR director. And he explained the whole scenario, and they have given policy violation number 3 directly to him and fired right away. That particular person was in the company since the last 11 years, senior manager. He had joined with the analyst and become senior manager in the same company, and he's been fired with the immediate effect. So you understand the criticality of cybersecurity incident. This was the cybersecurity incident, right? Again, an internal threat. Again, a compromise, yes or no? Compromise, not something that from outside attacker will come and they will take the control and take down some data. This is not only compromise. That is also compromise. That is also an attack with the help of internal threat. Remember, fortunately, we had the email gateway, and we analyzed and we came to know we had various scenarios. We have seen one of the person from server team. He has sent around 500 server licenses to his personal email ID. He was a part of server team. He has sent 500 server licenses to his personal email ID. The mail has been quarantined on the mail gateway. We have seen that the person has been terminated as a violation of policy, right? So it's kind of not only email gateway, not only secure your network from outside threat, but also inside threat as well, right? There are many emails you will see, many spam email, many phishing email will be blocked here. All the category you will see. Okay, now phishing category there are 15 emails, malware category there are 20 emails, right? Spoof category there are 25 emails. You look those emails. You have to check it. You cannot, you cannot blindly, delete those emails, because sometimes legitimate emails also get quarantined on those categories. So if you have experience by looking on the emails only, you can understand that. Sometimes you see, okay, it's legitimate, it's company related, then you will release it. Otherwise, you'll delete those emails. Get it? You understand how email gateway will secure network from the email gateway, email related attacks, inside threat as well as outside threat. Get it? Anybody have any confusion, question?
Sir?
Yes.
Can you explain how the SPF records will be worked?
SPF? SPF stands for Sender Policy Framework, right? Let's say my company name is SIEM XPERT, right? And we have the website SIEMXpert.com. Oh, sorry. Get in my mind? Now, my company website is SIEMXpert.com, right? Now I'm thinking that since we are business, then we should be using SIEM XPERT as a domain to send an email also, so that I can create sulabh.mr@siemexpert.com. Any user should be able to send an email using this domain, and anybody should be able to receive an email using this domain, right? So in order to allow sending and receiving the email, we have to create a record on DNS that is called as MX record, means mail exchange record. MX means mail exchange, means receiving and sending, exchanging the email. That is called mail exchange record. So I have to create, okay, so SIEMXpert.com record is 106.0.5.100. Means whenever anybody send an email to sulabh.mr@siemexpert.com, right? It will come on this particular IP. And then only I will receive it. Yes or no? That is called as MX record. That is called MX record. In order to receive and send an email, it's necessary to create the MX record, mail exchange record, right? Now, in order to secure your email, now may be possible that because while you're sending the emails, it's not certain that always you send using this IP only, MX record. You will receive on this IP, right? But can send with any IP with this particular domain, right? I already created username and password, and we created this Outlook and anything. We are sending email to sulabh.mr@siemexpert.com. Now there are ways that apart from you also, other people can also use sulabh.mr@siemexpert domain to send an email. They may not receive it, but they may send it. Get in mind? They may not receive the email on this particular email, but they may send it. Generally, what happens is whenever attacker spoof an email, right? Let's say they send an email to sulabh.mr@simexpert.com, where sender they have configured on such a way once you reply to the email, right? The email will not be replied to sulabh.mr@simexpert.com. In reply, there will be some other email ID. Email has been sent to sulabh.mr@simexpert.com only. Once you click on reply, let's reply to Sulabh Mishra. Once you see reply email ID on the reply, you will see some other email ID here. Get it? That is actually the attacker email ID. Attacker has utilized my SIEM XPERT email ID to send an email, but once you reply, if you reply to sulabh.mishra only, he will not receive an email. Get it? Backend, there are some other email ID. So we'll see on the reply, once you give the reply, you will see some other email ID has been given as a replied. And that was the attacker email ID. Get it? But now this way, attacker has spoofed my email ID, right? And using my domain, my mail ID, my domain, sulabh.mishra@simexpert.com to send an email, right? So anybody can spoof my email ID in this way, right? In that case, I'll create one more record on the DNS that is called as SPF record. SPF IP, let's say I created 196.0.5.100. Get it? So whenever so SPF record is created on DNS, right? Now it has been replicated to all the DNS servers. Yes or no? Your email gateway also will be integrated to the DNS. Get it? So all the DNS servers across the globe will come to know that the simexpert.com SPF record is this one. Get it? So whenever you send an email with sulabh.mishra@simexpert.com or any email ID belongs to simexpert.com along with your data and packet, this SPF record will also go along with your email, right? And then email gateway or email exchange will check the sulabh.mishra email ID having the SPF record, this one or some other one. If this one is having whatever SPF record coming with the email, they will check whether it belongs to simexpert.com or not. If it belongs to simexpert.com, they'll understand the email came directly, it's legitimate and came from simexpert.com. If it is coming with some other SPF record, that means it's a false. This SPF record does not belong to simexpert.com, and they will understand it's a spoof email and they will block the email. Email gateway block that email. That's the reason I can send an email. What's your name is? Sagar@firstword.com. I can send an email. I can send it to your Gmail, but I cannot send to the company email. In the company email, maybe email gateway will block those emails. Now Gmail also have added some extra security. Sometimes I'm sending those email, it's coming under spam category, malware category. It's being delivered, but it's being delivered on some. Generally, what happens is Gmail is not blocking anything for you. Like ISP also had the firewall, right? Whenever you take the connection from ISP, internet service provider, they also have bigger firewall. Any traffic coming in through their firewall only to your company, but they are not blocking anything for you unless you're asking them to block it. Even malware, anything, they're not blocking. Similarly, Gmail also sometimes not blocking, but nowadays those emails have been categorized phishing or spam categories. Sometimes you'll not see. So now I update initially so many times that you got job or you got openings from this particular the cutting kind of activities. From wipro.com, I send an email to you from wipro.com that you got job offer. Email ID Wipro only, right? But sometimes it comes under phishing category or some kind of spam category, right? Because SPF record will not match. In company, definitely it will not get delivered, right? Because SPF record will not match. That is what we call as SPF record. Okay, sender policy framework. I hope you guys have done the homework. What is DNS? What is DNS records, right? So thank you guys for connecting today. I hope you guys have understood. I was not having that kind of energy like the daily that I have, but I try to deliver it. So we'll be connecting on Monday now, right? Thank you for joining. So as of now, what I have to do is whatever we have gone through it here, right? If you want to dig down, that's enough for you to understand perspective. But if you want to dig down, if you want to have more knowledge, right, you can do some research over the internet to get some expert level of knowledge. Okay.
So one question.
Yes, go ahead.
Sir, suppose if any user receive the phishing link and he clicked on the link and his system is compromised, then what we have to do
Oh,
as a security?
phishing link, sir, you watch my video first, right? What is malware? Phishing is not to compromise. Just now I explained you. Malware is to compromise. Malware email is compromise. Phishing link is not for compromise. We call it malware. In that case, we call it suspicion link, and that suspicion link you may end up downloading some malware. We call it malware. Phishing means to gather some critical information, not install some software. To gather some critical information, like user ID password, right? Your account detail, your OTP, yes or no, your PAN card detail, your address, your mobile number. That kind of thing we call as phishing. Malware is a different category on which you install some software. They call malicious software.
Okay, sir. Even if it is a malware, if it is, you don't know that it is malware and it is executed that file,
right,
and it is compromised that system, then what we have to do?
Watch my video. You watch my video. What is malware? I have explained you. If system get infected with malware, what action you have to take.
Okay.
Okay. Watch it video. If you have any questions, then you can ask.
Sure. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for everybody for joining. See you on Monday.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.